Chris, I thought we were going sort of cash for he looks a bit dutied up for me. He really, doesn't he? A little bit more professional. I was going sort of the more, dynamo street magician sort of thing. No? Well, fortunately, I'm wearing my Transformers t-shirts, so you can imagine it transforming into something a bit more impressive or formal or something like that. Actually, no, I think I've got something around here that may help. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's my jacket. That's fine. That's all I really needed. You put that on, it all looks a lot more snazzy and impressive, doesn't it? Yeah, very good. Oh, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you may have been hoping, and boys and girls, you may have been hoping for a magic trick, but tonight we're not going to do a magic trick. Yeah, I know. Bummer to be you. Well, my name's Camilleri, and this is my lab assistant, Gatt. And tonight we're going to be doing a science experiment. That's right. Imagine, if you will, the ability to transfer thought through water. Right? Already our government infuses our water with something. Does anyone know what's in our water?
Fluoride.
Fluoride, that's right. So none of us need to brush our teeth anymore, which is great. Imagine trying to, if we could infuse something a bit more complex. Something like compassion, or generosity, or the thought, don't turn on your phone at the movies, or something that would really benefit humanity. Well, we've been working on that. Of course, things like compassion and generosity, they're a bit too complex, so we've just been working with simple ideas, concepts and thoughts of colours and shapes and numbers, those sort of things, which makes a deck of cards really useful, because it's got all those things in it. For this experiment, what we're going to do tonight, I'm going to need a test subject, a volunteer. We're going to need someone, probably an adult, who knows. And don't worry, you most likely will not be harmed in this experiment. And really, at the end, like if you volunteer for a survey or something like that, at the end you'll get a gift as well. So, isn't that funny how so many more hands jump up at that? You need to drink the one that says generosity. There we go. There we go. Okay, right at the back, please come and join us. Please make her feel welcome. There we go. Fantastic. Thank you. Welcome. And what's your name? Sue. This is Sue. Now, Sue, you know a deck of cards very well enough. Yep. Now, Sue, we'll get you to sign the waiver a bit later on. But just for now, I want to ask you, what do you think is in that container? Water. She said water. Do not insult us by calling that water. No, that's not just plain old water. No. It may look like water, it may smell like water, and it kind of tastes a bit like water, but what's in there is something a lot more special. We've been working on an experimental liquid for this experiment tonight, and what we have in here is a water and thought electrolyzed refreshments. That's right, a water and thought electrolyzed refreshment, which we down in the lab like to call W.A.T.E.R. So, have you ever heard of electrolyzed water? No. Has anyone heard of electrolyzed water? Yeah, so it's a real thing. You can Google it on your phone right now if you want. There's been a lot of research into its properties and things like that. But I'm not going to, just due to time restraints, I'm not going to explain the whole process of how you electrolyze water. It's a very common. There's nothing really you need to see here anyway. You don't need to know any of that. So the only thing you really need to know is this slogan: you drink it, you think it. Can everyone say the slogan? You drink it, Fantastic. So what we're going to do, Chris, could you please come over on this side of the stage? And I'm going to, very basically, I'm going to get you to think of a card. We're going to infuse the thought of that card into the electrolyzed water. Chris, my lab assistant, is going to drink that water, and then he is going to think of that card. Okay, that's the test, that's the demonstration we're going to try, right? So the first thing I want you to do, and this is very important actually, a lot of people afterwards, when I get a volunteer from the audience, they think that I've set up someone in the audience, a stooge or anything like that. You're nodding, yes, that's what I am, I'm a stooge. No. Can you guarantee for everyone that we haven't set up, nothing's arranged or anything? You're in a church, so you can't lie. Okay, very good. So Sue doesn't know what's going to go on, so there's nothing being pre-arranged. Okay, what I want you to do is think of any card, a random card, anything you like, but don't think of one that you think Chris might be able to guess. Alright, so pick one a bit out there, a bit random, right? Okay, you've got one? Very good. Now, could you please find it in that deck, and what I want you to do to lock it in, I want you to turn the card around in the deck, right? But you can shuffle the deck, it doesn't really, it's just a normal deck. And make sure no one can see you. Okay, so turn around, find the card in the deck, and turn it around and pop it back in the box. Can you do that? Yes, so no one can see, because we don't want anyone to give, to write on a card and then show it up to... Upside down. Yeah, so find the card in the deck, turn it around, turn the one card around and pop it back in, shuffle it, whatever you like. Okay, Chris, I'm going to get you to sit down over here, and we're going to put this barrier so he can't peek, he can't have a look. And I want you to be quality control. Make sure Chris doesn't sneak a peek anytime during this experiment, okay? Very good. Okay, is it back in the deck? Very cool. You're confident no one saw what the card is? Not confident at all. That's what I'd like to hear. Okay, that's right. You can keep that on you. You can put it over on the table. We want it out of the way so it can't be tampered with. That's just there so that you can't change your mind later on and make me look like a fool or anything like that. I can do that all by myself. Okay. And the next stage, now you've got this card in your mind. Okay. The next stage is called infusion. We're going to get this paper, and I just want you, just on the line there, just write down the card, write down what the card you're thinking of, take that. Don't show it to anyone, don't show it to me, and fold it back up tight so that, fold it back up so that no one can see what the card is, so I can't see or anyone else. Fold it back and give it to me. That's right. Oh, thank you. That's fine, I'm not going to look. I'm just going to hold it up, and I want you to concentrate on this paper, okay, with your card. Can anyone see what it is? No. No, good, that's important, right? So I'm going to hold up, I want you to focus on the paper, think of your card, and I want you to infuse with your mind the thought of your card into the very fibres of the paper. Okay? Concentrating? Very good. Now I'm just going to rip this up. Right? And then what we're going to do is I'm going to get you to take the little pieces of paper and use them like tea leaves. Right? And exactly, people are getting what's going on here. What's going to happen is you're going to infuse the thought of your card by putting these in the water and stirring it around, and then the thought of your card is going to go into the water. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense to you. It doesn't matter. It's all science. It's all quite complex, really. Once you've poured it, stirred it around, and infused it into the water, I want you to pour it into the test tubes. We got Fanta got another science nut here, right? Making sure none of these are in the none of the pieces of paper are in the test tube. Okay, you can keep ripping it up as much as you like. You can tear it up into little pieces. We want it fully infused, and so no one can see it. Put it into the water, stir it around, then pour it into the test tube. Wonderful. Now, I want to verify at this point, she's just got this thought in her mind of this card, right? Chris does not know. Has he peeked or had it turn around or anything like that? No? Very good. Ah, very good. and it's very important that you realise, like, she chose the card freely. You know, I didn't get the deck of cards beforehand and, you know, slip her the queen of clubs or something like that. She thought of it of her own free will. Correct? Right? Now she's infusing the thought of her card into the water. Have you poured it into one of the? Okay. You poured it into one of the all three? She's poured it into all three! That's a lot! Okay, Chris? You better be thirsty! Wonderful. All right, now, just could you hand me the whole, all three. Wonderful. Look at that. And what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is, no, we have W.A.T.E.R. That's right, the first batch of it. The thought of her card infused in this water. And I'm going to pass Chris. Here we go. You're going to have to look at this because you have to grab the whole thing.
Tested this amount.
Yeah, I know, that's right. Who knows if your bladder can take it? Okay, now Chris doesn't know. He's going to drink the water that you've infused with the thought of your card, and then he's going to try to draw whatever image comes to him on the whiteboard there, right? Okay, and so to start this off, we all say the slogan again.
You drink it, you think it.
That's right, okay.
I'm getting a sense of the colour. I think I've got the colour. I think an image of the suits coming to mind. So if I can get the W. All right.
Impressive. Okay, he's locked in his thought. Now, could you please get the deck of cards, because that's the verifier of what she was thinking. Okay, drum roll, please. Okay, in this deck, we should have one playing card turned around. Let's see if we can find it. Was it there? It's disappeared! No, it's somewhere in there. Did you see it? I didn't. There it is! Very good, okay. Could you please tell us the card you were thinking of? The Ace of Diamonds. The Ace of Diamonds. And please turn over. What was the card you received? The Ace of Diamonds. Wow, very nice. That's pretty incredible. Now, but for these sort of scientific experiments, yeah, there's 2 diamonds. Oh, there's only supposed to be 1. You're fired. No. He's doing great.
I work in the lab.
Yeah, that's right. I want this experiment to really be verified. We need to make sure that it works both ways. So the first time you thought of a card, and then through the water he received it. So now we're going to try for Chris to think of a card and you to receive it. Okay, she's willing. Let's go! Swap places. Fantastic. Now, Chris, can I get you please to think of any card, obviously, and turn it over in the deck as before. Make sure no one can see what card it is. And 1 test tube for her. Yes. As we rehearsed. Yes. Okay, now, just so you know, he's not going to, because this could be the card that's in your mind at the moment, obviously. So just know he's not going to pick the same card, okay? And please take a seat there. And if again, can you make sure that she doesn't peek? Chris, you've chosen a card. You're confident no one's seen it?
I don't think so.
Anyone see it? No? Good. And what we're going to do is, could you begin the infusion process? Could you hold on to the deck? You put it on the chair or wherever you like, so it's safe. Okay, now I'm going to teach you, do a little crash course in receiving a card. What I want you to do in your mind's eye is think of a blank card in front of you. Can you imagine just a blank card? Okay, there's nothing on the card. You're not thinking of any card. I haven't sort of prompted you to think of any card or anything like that. Okay, now in your mind's eye, I want you to turn that card over. Can you see it being turned over? So now you're seeing the back of the card. Very good. Then what? When he's finished infusing, he's going to give you the water. Only 1 of the glass, it's okay. And you're going to drink it. And don't worry, like we've tested this on hundreds of rats, and they have all gone on to live long, happy rat lives, so you'll be fine, right? And once you drink it, then I want in your mind's eye you to turn that card back. And now on that blank face in your mind, a card will begin to appear. A card that's forming because of the thought that's being infused into the water. Right? Sounds amazing, but you'll experience it. And other people can ask you about the experience afterwards too. Okay? Very good. Okay. Ready? Here we go. Only 1. Oh. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have the second batch of W.A.T.E.R. And infused with the thought of Chris's card, right? And so I'm going to pass this to you. Drink it, and then
Think it.
think it. Come on, yeah, everyone. What's the slogan?
You drink it. You think it.
That's right. Okay, and when you're ready, just come up and draw first card that comes to your mind. Yeah, just however you like, doesn't have to be perfect drawing. That's all right. Yeah, oh yeah, you can do it at the bottom. That's fine, doesn't matter. Okay, Chris, can you keep turning? Okay. Now, can you explain, how did that come to you? Do you, in your mind's eye, turn it over? And that's the card that came to your mind? It's pretty pretty amazing, isn't it? Yay! Hey, you want some verification?
Yes.
Oh, what? No trust. Please pass me the deck. Now, nothing in my hands, right? So, in here, we have, alright, we have one card, and one card only, hopefully everyone can see. One card that's been turned around. Can you take out that card and have a look at it yourself? That's right, everyone! The card that Chris Donald you received is the 6 of Hearts. Fantastic. Okay. Well, that is the first time that experiment has worked on a human. It's amazing. So fantastic. Now please come over here. Before you go, we've got a little gift, as I promised. There's a gift for anyone who volunteers. Here we have, behind all these, we have different gifts, and I'm just going to get you to select any card you like. Pick any card. You can just put your finger down. You want that one? You sure? That you don't want the one next to it? Maybe? No, any one you want. Doesn't matter. Okay, take it. Very good. And what is it? The Spade of Clubs. No, the Queen of Spades. Yes. Okay. Let's have a look. What is the? That would be. Where's this? Which one is it? That one? Okay. What is it? Ah.